Right then, hello everybody, my name is Lukey Boy and welcome back to another Hyperia video here on the channel today. It's the one that I've been wanting to make for quite a while now since I wrote it, was it three weeks ago now pretty much. But I did want to get on the ride a couple more times before I made this video, and I have, at the time of recording. The ride opened 2 days ago. I've just gotten home from riding it. I rode it 2 times, well, today, but for you guys that would have been 2 days ago if you're watching this on the day of release. And now I think I'm ready to form an opinion properly and talk about Hyperia in this video. So in this video I'm going to be going over each element in the ride, how great they are, how well it goes through it with speed, what the air time is like, how intense it is and stuff like that. I will briefly talk about the trains and the station, all that as well. And then of course also the theming and the overall experience of the coast as well. So I'm not really going to waste any more time. I'm just going to jump straight into it. And of course we're going to start with that. Oh no, I always forget about this bit. The little outward bank turn coming out of the station. It's nice. It gives you a little bit of interaction with the queue line, which I quite liked on opening day. Everyone cheering as went past, and that was even the case today on the reopening day, if you want to call it as well. But of course, it descends up that absolutely mammoth 236-foot tall lift hill, and then that pretty much straight down drop into the twist is, I was going to say outright. I was going to leave it to tell you what my favourite element of the ride was at the end, but that outright is the best element of the ride. That drop, especially. So I think I got on rows 5, 7, and 9 since I've been on it 3 times since opening, and I can categorically say on every single row the airtime is absolutely insane. Especially on row 9, where me and Elliot basically got back row airtime. It was, yeah, they've got that today, and it was absolutely insane, honestly. It obviously comes down into that huge drop and then kind of comes up into that, actually what I thought was an inversion when I first saw it. It's not, the non-inverting Immelman loop, which is great. It comes through it with brilliant speed. You get some great airtime. It comes over the top, and of course I believe, I need maybe someone to confirm this for me in the comments somewhere, but there's trim. I'm convinced there's trims at the bottom of that Immelman as it goes in towards the outward bank turn. There is something there. I'm pretty sure they are trims, but you don't really feel like any sort of speed has been toned down or anything. But of course it just flies through that, and of course into that outer bank turn, which is, honestly, just trying to think of the words, it's one of the weirdest. It's a great element, I love it, but it's like one of the weirdest elements I've ever experienced in my life. Obviously it comes up into the outer bank turn, goes out and then round and twists upside down as you're coming towards the floor. It's really strange. It's such a, I don't even know how to describe. I'm trying to think of the words to describe it, but it's just really strange. I don't really know what else more to say about it. The outer bank turn is really weird, and of course it comes through into what I would say is the second best element of the ride. Of course, is that zero G stall. I've heard some people say it's better than Velocicoaster's zero G stall, which is, I haven't done Velocicoaster, but that is really saying something, because I know people rave about that ride overall, and of course that element. But it's a huge. I remember going past it, sitting on the right hand side seat on my last ride, and like trying to reach out to try and touch that zero G stall. You go so close to it on the lift hill. But yeah, it comes through that with just the perfect amount of speed, where you come and you twist upside down, and you've got so much great hang time as you're kind of almost looking down, barreling down the track as it continues to fall down. Of course, it comes into the oh my god, my mind's just gone blank. What was it? The bit with the trims and the water shooting up. The trims, I think, actually not kill the ride a little bit, because the ride is brilliant. It's even the elements after as well, but it definitely, I feel like they could have had that splashdown and then maybe try and like broad it out a little bit more around the lake, and maybe a couple of more airtime hills or something. But you can really, now I've ridden it 3 times, I can really feel the how much speed that brings down. But the water effects are great, but it's just the most difficult part about it, trying to decide this, is you only really see them when you're actually on the ride and a little bit of the queue line, mainly the exit path. I feel like they maybe should try and implement some sort of viewing platforms. What Elliot said to me they could try and do. Credit to him if he's watching this video. Thinking of that brilliant idea, but of course they bring it round. Yeah, so yeah, I do think they could do something like a viewing platform. It'd be great to get a bit more out of the water effects, but it's not the end of the world. And of course it comes up into a really good element after, which is the wave turn, which I actually really like, as it twists outwards around the lake and then back in and up into that last like semi airtime hill as it comes into the trims, and you're just kind of like blown away as you come into that trim breaks. I was, all 3 times I've been on Hyperia now, I've been like just blown away by the ride every single time. We've been like slowly crawling back into the station, after they're coming through those trims and that last airtime here and everything. It's so good. The airtime all throughout is excellent. As I said, the drop I think is the best element of the ride. As I said, I was going to touch on the trains are excellent. You know, the lap bars, and you can sit right in them as they push them down. You can get a nice bit of gap to get even more airtime on some of those elements. And of course, as you come back into the station, some lighting effects go on, some really nice music as well as playing as you're actually going up the lift too as well. I forgot to mention, and as you're coming out the station as well. And that just kind of leads me nicely into what else I wanted to speak about quickly, and this is the theming for the ride, which got a lot of, I'd say, discourse, I would say, upon it like all being revealed and people starting to see it, because the theming, it's not really theming, it's similar. If any of you guys have been a Blackpool Pleasure Week or even just seen it, Icon is very similar, where the ride isn't necessarily themed, but it's stylized, and it's the same with Hyperia. And I think the gold and black color scheme is really nice, but it's not themed. I remember when they announced it and they said it was going to become like an Egyptian goddess sort of theme. I thought we could have like such sick, like awesome like pyramids or something. I don't know, but yeah, the theming I'd say is not great because it's stylized. The stylization is really nice. It looks clean, but it's just not theming. I do kind of wish we had a little bit more, but I'm going to be honest, I don't want to complain about the ride too much because the coaster itself, which I think is the main part of the experience, it's not like those, you know, those big coasters in America or Europe or whatever, where it's about, and then that experience as you go through the queue and see all these different elements and like of theming or whatever. Hyperia mainly is just about that ride, and the ride is so strong that it kind of outweighs anything negative for me for that. Yeah, it's brilliant. Like the queue line is definitely, the queue line and the theming is something that really they could have done something a bit better with, and you could argue in some places it was like a bit cheap, but I'll be honest, the ride is, as I said, the ride is so good that it doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. I've been rambling for 7.5 minutes, I've just realised. Thank you if you've got to the end of this video for watching. I'm sure many people wanted to know my thoughts on Hyperia. Probably not, but I love making these sort of videos. Hyperia is brilliant. I love it. I love speaking about it to my friends or to the camera or whatever. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get more rides on it as the year goes through. And of course, I will be doing a couple more Thought Park vlogs throughout the year. Maybe for the other sort of different events like Oktoberfest and of course Friday nights, where we're getting, hopefully, lots and lots of night rides on Hyperia. And of course, all the other brilliant attractions at the park. So stay tuned for that. Of course, I've got the big, you know, Alton Towers, USA, Poland road trip. Not even a road trip, just a mega trip coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm so excited for that. I'm excited to share the content with you guys on the channel as well. So if you did enjoy, please like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell so you're notified when new videos come out, and of course share to a friend as well. It would really mean a lot to me. All your support always just means so much to me, and it shows that I love that people enjoy the videos that I put out. It really gives me a sense of pride as well. But yeah, hit the bell so you're notified when all these new videos are coming out soon. It's a really exciting time for the channel. I can't wait for it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.